I think that, like, realistically speaking, don't know why I'm saying this, but, like, the Grinch would be a great lover.
What?
No, okay,
Explain yourself. Welcome back to Romancing the Monsters. I'm M.
Hi, I'm S.
I'm Seff.
And Merry Smutmas and happy hoeing days to all of us. Today we have something special planned for you.
Happy Hoe-lidays.
I said hoeing days.
Oh, that also works too.
I was thinking of all the puns, don't you worry. Because, like I said, we have a very special episode planned for you. It was very impromptu. What you're gonna have another episode coming on Thursday, which was our Christmas special.
Originally,
a Wallflower Christmas. But then we were like, you know what? There's a couple like smutty Christmas books that are out, and like we kind of felt like reading them, and we kind of felt like making an episode about them. So that's what you're gonna get today. Don't expect anything intellectual.
Please don't. Please.
The intellect is out the door. But before we dive into that, there has been a Christmas miracle.
There has?
What?
There has. I have an announcement to make.
Did you start Broken Bonds?
You started?
You started!
I'm so excited!
I'm actually gonna tear up.
I know. Oh, Marge.
So yeah, I started Broken Bonds. I did it, and I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm so excited.
How far are you? Like, what percentage?
Not very far, I will say, because I had a lot of smut to read this weekend. You know.
True,
Yeah.
that is fair.
But what I did read so far, I've really enjoyed, and I have definitely felt like going back to it, like right now. So
That's good.
Okay.
Good signs.
I thought that like the thing that would weird me out about there being multiple men,
Mm-hmm.
like I thought that would be weird to me, but actually like I'm having a surprisingly easy time getting
Yeah.
used to that.
Yeah,
In this
that
book,
was
like
me.
I think it's really the perfect, or I mean I'm literally like 20% in, like you know. But I feel like potentially it really is the perfect reverse harem for me, because
To start off with.
it wasn't
Yeah.
hard for me to like wrap my head around the fact that there's 5 of them, you know.
Yeah. No, I agree
So-
with that. It's the perfect one to like dip your toes in, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch me in 6 months reading the like hardcore, you know, orgy style reverse harems.
Speaking of orgy reverse harems, the alpha pack one, how's that going?
Ooh.
Yes.
It's
What is it
still
called again?
going. It's Abducted for the Pack by Natalia Prim.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still going. I'm going back and forth between books.
You're
Okay.
reading so many books.
I am.
know.
Right
I'm
now.
jumping between like maybe 3,
4?
possibly 4, including some audiobooks.
Wow. How do you do
Just
it?
a little bit, I don't know.
And how many are reverse harems?
2? I think 2.
How many men do you have to remember?
For the Abducted for the Pack, I think there's a lot. Maybe like 6 or 7, I think.
Oh my god.
And then
Oh
yeah.
my god.
And then the one I'm reading, Silver Bullet by Nicolette
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Rhodes.
Right.
There's just 2 guys right now, so it's not hard
Okay.
at all. Yeah.
All right.
So that's like a slow burn one where they slowly get added to the
Yeah.
mix.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which is, I think it's really good so far, and I don't think there's gonna be sharing.
See, I thought I'd be overwhelmed by like all 5 of them suddenly like entering her life and being like, we're a part of it. But somehow it's not overwhelming. It's like kind of exciting. Anyways.
Do you have any? No, it's too early to ask. Let's
it's too
say
early to ask. You know, one of them I haven't even like properly met yet. So
yeah, which is
Atlas.
S and we've got some theories.
Like, I want to see your reaction with the end of this book, and then your reaction at the end of book 2.
Yeah.
Regarding the guys.
Yes.
I want to see if it changes.
But I will say, S has like made me more welcome to one other idea that I didn't really think about beforehand, but now I'm so on board with.
But like, I don't see why I should be so opposed to Knox as of right now. Like, yeah, he's an asshole.
Girl, keep reading.
Just keep reading.
But like him and North, I'm into it.
North is hot.
I'm just saying, like right now, they're kind of doing it for me.
He's an asshole, but I'm not saying to like not like him. Like,
yeah,
like him all you
I
want.
know, but like I'm not like I don't know.
Girl, just keep reading, please.
I'm okay with it getting worse. I'm okay with it getting worse.
Okay, good.
I feel like we're only getting started here.
Yeah.
All right. So back on the subject at hand, Smutfest, or Smutmas, as I called it. So Seff came up with a rating system for these books. She really wanted us to rate them with candy canes to be on brand. But I took that one step further, though.
All right,
because I was like, here. We're really professional and like serious when it comes to male appendages.
Are we?
So I came up with different categories.
Okay.
We're rating out of 5 candy canes for creativity, usefulness / practicality. Is it actually doing something here? Or like, is it just looking fun for no reason? And then last, skills, because it's all fun and games to have a good appendage, but can you actually use it?
Okay.
So that includes like, was the smut actually good? You know?
Okay.
I think I should have kind of kept track because I feel like I read many of them back to back.
Yeah, too many
dicks
are
and they
in my
all
head
like
right
blended in. It's like all one big old creature of Santa.
God. How many of you guys read?
3.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow. 4 for me.
Wow.
I think there's quite a few overlaps here, though, so that's good.
Yeah.
So don't worry. It's not going to be like 13 books, you know?
Yeah.
So who wants to start and what should we start with? I think there's one we all read, so maybe that's a good place to start.
I think that's a good place to start, and that being the Katee Roberts short story, right?
Oh, I was going to say Paddled by Krampus, but maybe we should like start with the category Krampus smut.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Let's start with the paddled one.
First one that we all read was Paddled by Krampus by Harley Laroux, who is the author of Her Soul to Take. So this is just a smutty little book. Premise is you have this like apprentice, I guess, to some kind of wizard master, and she's a little deviant, you know. She's a little like, you know, she's like, I'm not trying to be bad or naughty, I just am, it's in my personality anyway. And this wizard has created a potion of lust, essentially, which if you drink it, you just come. So she's like, oh, intrigued. So she steals it from him while he's sleeping, and she like goes down into a room and she's like, I'm gonna have a little fun with myself. She's a little like, you know, not super bright, not like super thinking about like what might happen, you know. She's not really thinking about that, which, you know, respect. Sometimes you know, you're just horny, okay? So she drinks it, and I mean, I'm sure you can guess what starts happening to her.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Krampus arrives. Lord Krampus arrives.
as she's coming numerous times, she looks
Yeah.
out the window and she sees this creature in the forest. And that's Mr. Krampus.
Lord Krampus, who has come to punish her for being naughty. And punish her he does.
With his wad of sticks.
Let's discuss this book, guys.
Wow.
Well, should we rate first? Should we discuss first and then we come up with a rating? Is it a rating for each of us or a common, collective rating?
You know what? Let's just discuss and then rate.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
How did you feel about the smut in this book? There's no story. Let's get that out of the way.
I thought the smut was good, like fairly good. This is my first No, this was not my first Krampus. Actually, the first Krampus experience I've read was the Katie Roberts one.
Yeah, same.
So I'm fairly new to Krampi smut. I don't know.
Krampuses? Krampuses?
Oh god, that's great.
So yeah, the whole idea with him using the canes and like the wood to like, punish her and like it was great. And I love that his last, I guess, tool he used was his own dick, and it was great.
Yeah. He's essentially a master of punishments. Like, that's his job. He goes around the world and punishes men and women left and right. We actually learned that the master wizard himself got punished as a kid.
Yeah, not as a kid, when he was younger. Let's be real.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one.
Me too.
I will say, there's a scene with a fucking Christmas tree and pine needles in her vajayjay. I was like, ouch, not this.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yes, but she also seemed to be like horny and scared. Like the pain was like real good for her, and I think it could just be the potion in her, but it seemed like he was like wanting her to feel that pleasure and pain, and like she felt it. And it was well described.
Sometimes you can be horny and scared at the same time, and I'm like, I get it, girl. In this case, I was like, I don't get this one. That sounds awful.
Yeah,
Period.
No, But my question was, how did the tree, was it he brought the tree, like, is it magically there? Like, is he, like, enveloped in the tree?
Yeah, I think he used a tree that was already in the room that she said she decorated with the wizard guy.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
How did you feel about this one?
I liked it. It was smutty. It was quick. The only thing, he didn't go down on her, right?
No,
he did not.
He did not.
He wasn't there for her pleasure. He did say that. We're not doing this for your pleasure.
I know, but like I wanted a little something at the end. That's the only thing.
You wanted Krampus to have a change of heart. To be like, never mind.
I kind of want the story between her and her master, because I feel like it kind of teased a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
And he would have went down on her for sure.
If anything, for me personally, the hottest part was when the master was there, learning how to then punish her moving forward. I was like, intrigued. Okay.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, if we had to rate this, creativity-wise, out of 5, it's a 2 for me.
I mean, a big dick is a big dick. Like, she described it as like a third leg.
I mean, it's still just a dick, though.
Yeah.
But like you said, there was nothing interesting about his dick besides it being large. He got really creative with like the tools used. The tree does get creativity points in my view, so I'd give it a 3.
Fine.
3 canes.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Seff.
Okay, so let's agree on 3 candy canes collectively. As for usefulness, practicality, I mean, it kind of gets a 5. Like, it gets the job done.
Yeah, it gets the job done.
You know?
He made a mess. She made a mess. It was great.
Yeah.
You know, it happened. It was culmination together. Great.
Exactly. As for skills.
It's 5. He seemed to like really know what he was doing with the whipping and the tree and his words. He was a great dirty talker.
He was a talky one. We can revisit that with the Katee Roberts one.
Yeah.
This guy was a talkie, which I appreciated. It did it for me.
Yeah.
So
5 candy canes.
I would give it a 4.
Okay.
So let's move into towards the next Krampus.
What is this episode, guys?
Smut
Please
book.
don't cancel us before Christmas, listeners.
Watch this be our most popular episode yet.
Oh, God.
A very merry holiday. No, a very Krampus holiday. Sorry.
Yes.
By Katee Robert. This was originally a Patreon short story, that she then published in her newsletter. So if you want to read this one, don't look for it online. Look for it through her newsletter. What did you guys think of this one?
Basically a general premise. We have this girl.
Excuse me. You're right.
We have this girl. I think, what was her name? Was it Imogen? No.
I've forgotten all the names. It's Smut. I don't care about the names.
Imogen. Yeah, her name was Imogen. Okay, so she is in her father's cabin. She ran away, and it's alluded to that she's killed a man. I believe it was her ex.
Yeah.
I don't
that
know.
was
Anyways,
weird.
she knows something's gonna happen. It gets silent all of a sudden, and then like time basically stops, and she's visited by Krampus, who, as we already know, he punishes the naughty. And since she's killed someone, she believes it is her time, and thus starts her punishment.
Yeah. How did you feel about this book? Short story. It's technically not a book.
It was hot.
It was.
You thought it was?
I thought it was.
For me, it was the most disappointing.
Yeah?
I was angry, not angry. I felt like I was robbed because Krampus did not come.
He didn't? I didn't even notice that.
You know what? Yeah, I don't
He
think
didn't.
did.
He just pulled out and like walked away, and I'm like, dude, you're still hanging there.
I don't know. It didn't do anything for me. I don't know if it's because I've only read Katee Robert years ago, and I remember DNFing the book, and so I feel like I've never really read her.
Okay.
But she's really like hyped up online as like one of those like super daring authors that writes like high heat stories.
Mm-hmm.
So I was expecting this to be like queen of smut shit, you know, like high heat. And I was just like,
I mean, I personally, I've never read Katee Roberts. She's been on my list for a while. And I was like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the smut. I enjoyed, the tongue play. His tongue was literally like 10,000 feet long. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I just didn't like that he didn't come.
But it didn't last long enough.
It was short. It was too short.
Like, and I don't even mean that in the sense like I wanted more story. Like, no, I couldn't care less. I just felt like the sex scene itself was short. Like, everything was short. Like, the tongue play, short. Like, it's like a paragraph then finished. The actual, like, penetration, short. You know, like, everything felt too short to me. So I didn't have enough time to, like, get into it, you know?
You know what didn't feel short?
His tongue.
And his dick.
Yeah.
And his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, he wasn't a talkie. Unlike Lord Krampus from the last book. So that was missing for me as well. Like, dirty talk has a lot of power over me. Holds me by the throat most of the time.
Yeah.
There was nothing here. Like, he was barely not talking. So, yeah.
I feel like she's kind of, I'm a Katee Roberts reader.
Stan.
Like, I've read a lot of her books. But I will say that her books are either hit or miss.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to some of the smut.
Okay.
Some of them hit like really well, and then some of them are just kind of. But I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was hot. The only thing I wished, like you said, the sex scenes were like short. Like there was just like little moments of everything. I wished it was longer.
Like, I don't want an appetizer of a sex scene. I want the full course.
Yeah.
5-course meal here.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
I agree with that, especially it being a short story. But like I enjoyed it. Except unless I blink and I missed it, like I don't think he came.
That's weird. That's suspicious.
I did like the end where like they kind of more or less have an agreement to meet up the next year.
Yeah. I was like, oh, she's setting up like her next Christmas story for next year.
I hope so. I hope this is like a series every holiday season.
Yeah, serial.
But I have a question, and I don't know how it works in Krampus universe, but like because she killed someone, does she just get away with it because she's been punished?
But what was that about? Like, that came out of left field for me. I was like, what? This girl freaking killed someone now? Like, what? I don't know. Like, it was so weird. I was like, I'm here for the smut, but now, like, I'm worried. It was weird.
No, I mean...
What was your question?
I just didn't know, like, because of his dicking down, is she absolved of all crime?
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah.
Great. That's amazing. So.
If that's all it takes, I mean...
Give me Krampus.
Kill your husband. You're gonna get Krampus.
And give me a good spanksy. How did you feel about the spanking?
I don't remember spanking.
Was there spanking? Am I mixing all these books up? Shit.
Let me see.
No, there was. It was this one. It was, yeah.
He also used, like a cane too, right?
He used a birch thing, right? A birch. Was it him?
Right.
Was it him?
Yeah, that was birch. Him. They all have their tools, their festive tools.
I can see now the fascination with Krampus, to be honest.
Right?
I really see it. And I'm all for it.
I didn't know they existed till this year, when everyone started, like, coming out with Krampus smut stories, and I was like, what the hell is this creature? And now I'm like, hello. Yeah.
Give it all to me. Forget Santa. Ho, ho, ho. No thanks.
Maybe don't forget Santa.
Oh my gosh. I am going to be, like, logging out of that portion of the discussion.
Did you read that one, S?
Which one?
Santa is going to town on me. Did you read that one?
Oh, no, not yet.
Well, I did, so.
Spoiler.
Okay, let's rate creativity. 2 for the tongue.
I love the tongue.
That's about it for me.
Yeah, I love the tongue too, so I'd say 3.5, maybe 4. The tongue was great.
2. Usefulness, practicality, 5 out of 5. It worked.
It worked, but he didn't come.
4 out of 5.
Yeah. But I like that he took care of her, you know? Like, she was taken care of. She came. She had a great time. Love that.
But we're here for equal opportunities here.
Yeah, of course.
So skills.
5.
It was too short. It was too short. Like, I didn't get to really see his skills, you know? Like, I wanted that tongue to actually...
He was literally fucking her with his tongue.
And, like, he, like, wrapped himself or something like that with the tongue?
Yeah, he, like, twisted, like, a corkscrew inside of her.
Yeah. How the heck do you do that? Like, damn. I give him a 5 out of 5 for his tongue play. Like, he knows how to use his tongue real well.
Yeah.
Guys, what is this episode?
It's serious business. What the hell are you talking about, Seff? Everyone cares.
No parent is allowed to listen to this episode.
Oh my gosh, please don't. No friends or family, no cousin, no friend. Like, I literally said that a million times, but like, no one I know can listen to this.
Well, it's a little late, 25 minutes into
the episode
to give that warning, but all right, S, what's on your list that no one else has read?
It's called Elfed by Ginger Kane. Let me show you the cover.
No, wait, we're getting taken down by elves now.
So this is about Holly. So Holly comes home from a friend's Secret Santa gathering, and she was given a candy cane striped dildo with a little elf. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm explaining this. With a little elf.
Oh my god, I know where it's going.
A little elf wrapped around the dildo.
No, please tell me, does he come to life?
No. I'm logging off. Bye.
Listen. So, it's the dildo and it's the little elf, and like she was embarrassed and she kept like looking at her friends and wondering like who gave it to her, but no one spoke up. She was just embarrassed. She ended up going home. She's starting a collection of those little elves. So she got an extra
dildos
one.
or elves?
No, the little elf. And she got another one with a dildo. She gets home. She sets the box down. She sets the box down. And she looks away, and then she looks back, and like the dildo and the little elf disappear. So she's kind of like, what the hell's going on? And then she looks away and she looks back, and it's there again. And then
that's freaking me out.
So she's kind of like, what the hell's going on? And then the dildo and the elf appear on her couch, and she feels like she's going crazy, or she feels like someone like snuck into her house and like is moving her stuff. So she's sitting on the couch, and then all of a sudden the elf appears bigger.
Oh, so he doesn't stay. Okay,
yeah, I was scared of that too. Seff.
I was worried he'd stay small. His voice is gonna be a little squeaky.
No. The dildo is actually his member, and it's striped like a candy cane. It's a candy cane dildo, actual dick. His actual dick. He ends up being a fae creature.
What? Okay.
That does magic, and I think he was put under a curse or something like that, where he only comes back once a year, but she has to be kind of claimed to him in order for him to continue to come back. But they only have one night together.
Oh.
And then his candy cane starts to spin. It's weird, I know. His candy cane starts to spin, and it kind of like hypnotizes her a little bit.
She's hypnotized by the dick.
She's like spinning around on his dick.
Oh my god. Yeah, and they have like a night of hooking up and passion candy cane, and his candy cane his cum tastes like icing.
Peppermint.
No. Icing.
His cum, it tastes like icing.
Icing?
Hold on. Let me look at my notes.
She wrote it down. She was like, "Oh, it's all mixed together in my head." No. She wrote it down. She knew the assignment.
His cum tasted like icing. His member, it was peppermint. Yeah, so he has a ribbed tongue. He has a candy cane. He has elf.
Wait. Ribbed tongue?
A ribbed tongue, yeah. And that vibrates, if I remember correctly.
What? Damn.
Seff immediately intrigued.
Yeah.
Hey, Ice Planet Barbarians, you know.
Yeah.
Ribbed for her pleasure.
Yeah. It was enjoyable. It was weird.
Would you be intrigued by cum that tastes like icing?
Yes.
100%. Yeah. Would you not be?
I mean, I'm just thinking about how much of it can you... Okay, this is gonna go weird. How much of it can you actually eat before you develop diabetes?
Oh, you just went there.
Oh, God. You went there all by yourself, homie. Nobody took you there.
I don't like your thoughts, Seff. I don't want to go there.
All right. I'll just reel them back in.
So, creativity. How many candy canes do you give it? I mean, it has to be a 5. Like,
I would give it a 10.
Yeah. A 4. Let's give it a 4.
A 4? What was missing?
His dick is literally a candy cane.
And it spins.
And it spins. And he's got an interesting tongue.
But he doesn't come back until the following year.
Oh. Well, we're not rating the romance here. We're rating the dick.
But like once a year?
Okay. Fair enough. You know what? Dick. Fair enough.
Like why not like the whole month of like December?
But that's not creativity. That's not creativity. It's like useful like practicality, you know? If it's just once a year, then
that's true.
Are you the type of person though that likes Christmas things like in the middle of summer though? Because she's kind of you're upset that he only comes once a year in the wintertime. Like, would you be able to handle him like the whole year?
Why is S suddenly having sex with this elf?
I'm thinking like the whole month of December. Like, why does it have to be like on Christmas Day? Why can't it lead up to?
Sure.
Lead up to Christmas?
The 24th. You know? It's your Advent calendar. It's your Advent dick calendar.
Exactly.
12 days of Christmas. Except it's 12 dicks of Christmas. Love that.
Yeah.
That's a story right there, I think.
That's a story right
That's an
there.
idea. Marge.
I know. I'm Marge. On it. And skills? Did he use this?
Was she spinning on that dick real well?
Well, she was spinning on that dick, so.
I think it was twirling in her. So.
Oh.
I think it was spinning, if I remember correctly.
God. So, from one candy cane dick to another, which is a book that Seff and I have both read, though Seff did not like this book. It was my favorite of the bunch.
Really?
Yeah. And that's, oh my God, I just lost my voice. The Monster Who Stole Me on Christmas Eve by Jade Price.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one. Listen.
Is this the Grinch one?
The Grinch one, yeah.
Let's sexify the Grinch more often. Yeah. Let's sexualize him more often.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I do.
So, story is, essentially the heroine, she's back with her family. It's been years, blah, blah, blah. They just watched The Grinch. I guess that's what I got from the story anyway.
Yeah.
With her niece. And, you know, she's in her 30s. She's still alone. She's feeling a little lonely on Christmas Eve. Everyone else has gone to bed. And she's like, I'm literally the only one that's alone in my bed tonight. And she hears a noise. She goes to the door. There's, like, hot chocolate there. So she's like, oh, wow, okay. Some neighbor left us hot chocolate, I guess. So she drinks it. And then she gets a little, like, woozy. You know, she's a little, like, out of it. And then she wakes up in the Grinch's lair because he stole her. And he's like, Cindy, you've come back. I've waited all these years. And then they proceed to have sex for like 80 pages. And it was great. It was hot. It was very hot.
Okay. Yes. But I can get behind his talking.
Oh, no. I loved it. I loved it. And you know what? Because he wasn't out of character, and that was hilarious to me. I was like, the Grinch is not out of character in this smut book.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
He was literally acting like the Grinch, like talking with like exclamation points. And I'm known for hating exclamation points in books, but here it was working because I was like, yes, that's exactly how the fucking Grinch speaks.
It didn't work at all for me.
I loved it.
At all.
I fucking loved it. Mind you, this Grinch is shredded. He's got an 8-pack or a 16-pack. He does have a candy cane dick, so it's like red, green, red, green, red, green, and then it curves a little bit at the end to hit
like
the right spot.
Like a candy cane.
Yes, and it's also candy cane flavored when he comes. Or when she, you know, gives him a blowjob.
His cum is literally like a pink cream. Like a peppermint cream. Yeah.
And did you know that the Grinch was into ass play?
He was.
Ooh.
Very, very much so. I liked that scene.
There was variety in this one, okay? She left nothing
untouched.
You know, off the table. Nothing was off the table. She gave us everything. Everything was touched. Everything was served and pleasured. The Grinch, he did it for me, okay?
I know. I think that, like, realistically speaking, don't know why I'm saying this, but, like, the Grinch would be a great lover.
What?
No, okay.
Explain yourself.
And you didn't like this book, though?
Explain yourself.
I wanted to, but the words used, like, the way he was talking, the way that things were described, I was like, it was hard for me to picture. But what I was trying to say was the Grinch
realistically speaking, the Grinch is a good lover. What?
I think this because he would have a lot of time to, like, self-reflect and, like, you know, work on his play, you know, because he's always alone. So I feel like he would have time to, like, be more self-aware and, like, self-reflect on what a partner may want. And
silence. That's what you deserve for all of that. Silence. No comment. That's embarrassing.
Oh my god.
I'm embarrassed on behalf of this entire podcast.
Can you delete?
I am not deleting that. I mean, he was a great lover in this book, I will say.
I just think I need more Grinch smut.
Same. You know, this opened up a whole new world for me. Furry green men, not opposed to it. Not opposed to it.
Yeah.
So, as far as creativity, I have to give it a 5 out of 5 because, like, she could have just gone with furry green man gets a furry green dick.
I don't know how that would feel inside.
Or just like a fucking green dick, like she could have gone like, pretty average with it, but she was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna make this interesting. So I applaud her for that. It did what it needed to do. As far as practicality and usefulness, it wasn't really doing much. It was looking interesting, but it wasn't doing much.
My question, I'm trying to figure out, because it curves, right? So, like, his dick, like, literally is a candy cane. So, like, upon insertion...
Oh, God.
But it curves down or it curves up?
Up, because it's for the G spot, so the G spot is up. We should see the hand gestures that are going on right now. It's really a shame this is not filmed. So he probably has to shuffle a little to get it in, to maneuver it.
Like a swoop, like a
swoop, yeah.
Okay.
Unless maybe it's like pliable, maybe. Oh God. Moving on.
God forgive me, please, for this episode.
None of us are getting on the nice list.
But then Christmas. That means we get Krampus?
Not opposed. All right, Seff, what's on your list that maybe the rest of us have not read?
Oh no, that was it. Those are
that was it for you. Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Well,
that's
underachiever. Underachiever, honestly.
I'm sorry, but I had to actually meet Santa this weekend, so.
S, what's next on your list?
It's called Santa's Candy Cane by Darcy.
Can I just leave from now?
No, you're staying.
No, I think this was cute.
The rest of the episode will be with
You're listening, Seff.
Marge. I am peacing out.
No, this one I think it was. I thought it was cute. It's Darcy Bennet. Santa's Candy Cane by Darcy Bennet. So basically, is about what's the girl's name? I don't remember. Scarlett. There you go. Scarlett gets invited over to her friend's house for a holiday party because she's alone. And she ends up staying the night and she's sleeping on the friend's couch. And she gets woken up by a sound and there's Santa putting gifts on the tree.
Guys,
and she freaks out. She's like, I'm going to call the cops. She jumps up off the couch. So he freaks out and he's like, oh no, just wait. You're going to forget that I'm here. I'm just leaving gifts. And he goes towards the chimney and she jumps up and she grabs onto his coat and he goes up the chimney and he drags her, he takes her. Somehow they get transported to where he lives.
Somehow.
Magic. Christmas magic.
I think you're using it wrong.
Poor Seff.
I love that during all of this, Santa is literally behind Seff.
Oh my God!
And look at the smile, the cheeky little smile.
He's judging us, or he knows something we don't. Careful tonight, Seff. She wants to die. I love it. All right, us.
So she gets taken on the tinsel train. And she wakes up in his bed. Somehow they turn out to be married.
Oh, okay. That escalated quickly.
So they're married, but in order for her to grow old with him,
she has to take in his jizz.
Yeah, they need to consummate the marriage.
Interesting. So fake your enthusiasm at least.
Give me a smile, please.
Very interesting. There.
So, and they're discussing it. She's kind of freaking out. And then he can read her thoughts. If it has to do with him, thoughts of him and naughty thoughts and all that, he can hear her.
He knows if you've been bad or good.
Okay, so you know what's weird? He's known her since she was a little girl. Wait, I know, which is kind of weird. And he knows that she's been on the not the naughty list, the good list, the nice list. But she ended up she stopped believing in Santa at a young age, and then like completely stopped believing in it like by the age of 16. So she was neither on the naughty list or the nice list for like years.
Mm-hmm.
Like the more I'm trying to explain this, the more I'm just like,
Okay.
Get to the smut.
I don't want to get to the smut, so I'm logging off. Bye.
Seff.
And then he calls her princess because her dad used to call her princess, so she
Oh,
likes being
why?
called princess.
Oh no.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it,
No, that ain't right.
But the reason why I say it's cute, like this Santa is cute. Like he's trying to like ease her into the situation and like talk it out and like just look at Seth's face.
She's literally trying to fold in onto herself and like disappear in the void.
his now that I think about it, the whole sex scene, it's not as memorable.
1 out of 5 candy canes.
But his dick,
gosh.
his cum tastes like icing.
What is this
Why
icing
is it?
called?
Why? Yeah.
Why is it always icing?
What is it with icing? Why? How is that Christmassy?
Why does your candy cane taste like peppermint, but your cum tastes like icing? I don't. It's a bizarre little story.
I had a question. Santa, please forgive me.
You can turn around and tell that to his face.
Yeah,
Tell
All
it
right,
to his
Santa.
face.
I actually
do it, Seff. Do it.
No, I can't.
He's right there, Seff.
Okay,
Don't talk behind his back like that. How rude.
Can I ask my question? I don't even know if I want to know. Was his member, was it like human like, or did it look different?
I don't remember.
And she says she's not intrigued.
I'm not interested. I just like I don't even know
Says
why.
the girl who just asked.
She was a very nice old man. I couldn't.
Well, what if Santa was actually daddy-fied? You know, he's not actually an old man. He's just like a hot, white-haired daddy. Yeah, so my Santa, he's like just a daddy-fied Santa who, he's a big burly man with white hair, but he's actually kind of young. Like, he's not old, but he's kind of ageless. Like, he's described as like ageless, you know? And he can also read minds, so like he knows her desires, and that's actually causing issues between them, because sometimes he like acts on her desires a little too quickly, and she's like, well, actually I kind of didn't really want that. But this Santa, oh, by the way, the book is forgot to tell you what book it was. It's called, let me get the full title here. It's called Santa Claus is Going to Town on Me by M.L. Eliza. So in this story, Holly is a 30-something-year-old woman who, again, she's, you know, still single, and it's Christmas time, it's Christmas Eve, and, you know, she's never liked Christmas, and actually she hates Christmas because her father died when she was young on Christmas Eve, and she feels like she's to blame for it, so she like always hated it. And then, well, actually, because when she was little, her Christmas wish one Christmas was to bring back her father, and that obviously did not happen, because like Santa Claus was like, well, I can't do that. So like she's hated Christmas since, because she was like, well, he didn't bring me the gift that I wanted, type of thing. Anyway, she's holding on to that grudge for years. And it's Christmas time again, and she's at home, and she hears like noises downstairs, and so she goes downstairs, and she finds this like Santa looking man in her, you know, house. And she's like, what the fuck? And he's like looking at her list, and he's like, oh, Holly. And she's like, yeah, Holly. And he's like, Holly whatever. And she's like, no, Holly this. And he's like, whoops, wrong house. So he was delivering the gifts to the wrong house.
How did he do that? Santa should know.
I know. Well, that's what she says. She's like, you should fucking know that you're at the wrong house. But he's like, well, mistakes happen, okay? I'm one man. You know, obviously, right away, she's like really into him. and they plan a hookup because she's like, well, I actually have like Christmas dinner to go to right now, so like we can't like fuck right now, and like you have gifts to deliver around the world, I guess, to like billions of children, I guess. So they were like, let's meet up tomorrow night, you know, or after this dinner, I don't remember. So they do. And yeah, I mean, they just start fucking nonstop. And this Santa can also alter his size, just like as his elf, which is how he makes it through like chimneys and stuff, but he can also make himself bigger, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like I said, he can read minds, so like he can act on her desires right away. He also has cum that tastes like peppermint, and you know, at some point he doesn't understand why she's like weirded out by that. Well, not weirded out. I mean, she's intrigued. Obviously, she's not like refusing it, but he's like, "Oh, don't men on Earth have this?" And she's like, "No." No. Anyways, I enjoyed this one. Like, the smut aspect of it was good, but I will say that puns are funny when they're like out loud and in the moment type of thing, or like in informal situations, but when it's in a book, it's cringy to me. Like, literally, Santa was coming at some point and he was like, ho, ho, ho. And I was like, no.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, my gosh. That would make me, like... Ugh.
Yeah. So there was a lot of, like, puns like that thrown in that I was just like, ooh, that's cringy. And, like, not in an endearing way, just in, like, a, ooh, kind of way. But, you know, the smut did what it needed to do, okay? I didn't care for the story. There was a story in this one, I will say, but I didn't really care for it.
Okay. As you didn't rate Santa, and neither did you, Marge. How would you guys rate your Santas?
Creativity is a 2. Usefulness is a solid 4, 4.5. And skills is a solid 4.
Okay. S?
I think just an overall, because just thinking back and replaying the story, it's the 1.5. Maybe. I don't know.
I can't believe we've been literally talking about dick for 55 minutes. A record for us, for sure. S.
All right, S, let's hear this last one.
Okay, last one. Let's see if I remember part of the story, because I read this one a little while ago.
Okay.
It's called The Naughty List by Ellie Mae MacGregor. It has to do with Kate, and she's a divorced mom. She's alone on Christmas Eve because her husband came home. Her ex-husband came and picked up the kids with an unexpected Hawaii trip. Or he ended up taking the kids, and
that's sad.
It was her weekend. It was her holiday. Anyways, so she's alone on Christmas Eve, and she's sleeping on her couch, and she tries to get herself off, or she's dreaming or something, if I remember correctly. And Santa ends up coming in to drop off gifts, and he sees this woman
as
on this
she's
couch.
taking care of herself.
Yeah,
gifting herself.
Yeah, so she wakes up and she kind of thinks that she's dreaming, and that she's having a sexy dream about Santa, and
as one does.
Yeah, and like she tells him like to come closer, and like she's like touching him, and then they go upstairs, and she's still thinking that she's dreaming.
Is this Santa like swole, or like
he's young, but he has the white hair, the white beard. I believe he has like a 6-pack. He's a sexy Santa.
Okay.
So she takes him upstairs, and she's like messing with him, playing with him, and like she tells him not to speak. So she lays on the bed with her ass up in the air, and he gets closer, and he ends up spanking her, and like she feels that, and she feels a spank, and she's like, no, this felt fucking real, and she like freaks out. She freaks out, and like she starts cussing him out, and he gets like all shy. He's like, I'm sorry, like I thought this is what you wanted, I'll leave right now. he tries to leave, and then she runs towards the door and like closes it, and like she's like, "Why are you here?" Like starts questioning him, like, "Who are you?" Da 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 da. And he's like starts saying like, "I'm Santa, like I can prove it. Ask me a question." And he ends up proving it, and then
with his dick.
yeah. And then they start getting it on. Yeah, they just have sex. I don't think he had a special member. It was just
underachieving.
He does take her outside to his sleigh.
Is that code for something?
Oh, there was sex in the sleigh in my Santa book.
Oh yeah?
In a moving sleigh in the air. Yeah.
That's it. That brings a whole new meaning to a Mile High Club.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they just have sex, and then by the end of the book, he ends up being with her, and he ends up being the stepdad. They end up being a family.
Does he give up his job in the North Pole?
No, he still continues to be Santa, and like it said something about they plan to tell the kids like who he is and what his job entails and all that.
But he just gets to use his other pole.
Seff.
You guys have thoroughly disturbed me with Santa smut.
But yeah, I mean, you know what? Read a little smutty holiday romance on this during this holiday season. Why not? Why not?
And there's a few that are on my list that I didn't get a chance to read yet.
Yes, would you like to name them?
Yeah, for sure. So one being, I actually have it downloaded on Kindle, but I just haven't actually started it yet. Mm-hmm. And it is A Gift for Nicholas, which he is not Santa. He's like an alien, I think. And it's by Honey Phillips. But apparently he's got horns and he's got white hair and he's hot, but he's not Santa. And then I also have Grinch. What is it? The Grinch? No, Grinch Guile? Grinch and Guile. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Grinch and Guile by, who's the author?
A.M. Core?
Yes.
So
that one just came out December 12th, which is...
Yeah, I have that one. I also have The Omega's Krampus Christmas by Lorelei Hart, I think. That one is Mpreg. So, you know, my one true love in life. And I also had my eye on Stolen by Alien Santa. So, you know, why not a little Alien Santa? I'm here for that.
Why not? Do you have any more on your list that you were hoping to read?
That's called A Kiss from Krampus by
Oh,
Red Hanner.
Another Krampus book. Okay.
I heard it's like an erotic Krampus. I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a go.
All right, so hopefully you found a couple recs in there. Yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoyed this episode. This might be the last.
For you, not for us. We still have not learned our lesson.
We might never recover. Yeah, we might lose all of our listeners.
Yeah.
Right now, right here. So if you've made it this far, thank you! So, this week we also have a Wallflower Christmas going up. A very different tone of episode, mind you. If this was a little too much for you, don't worry. We got regular programming is starting back up on Thursday. And then I don't know where I was going with that. You can find us online. On Twitter we are the RTM Pod. On Instagram we are Romancing the Monsters Podcast. You can also email us at romancingthemonsterspodcast@gmail.com. And find us on YouTube. Just search for the name of our podcast and you should be able to find us. If you're looking for me specifically, I am on both Twitter and Instagram at Foes and Lovers.
And you can find me on both Instagram and Twitter at But This Book.
And you can find me, Seff, on both Instagram and Twitter at Pros with Woes.
Seff doesn't even want to ask you to leave us a review on this episode.
But, okay, fine. If you'd like, please feel free to leave us a rating or review on any of the podcast platforms. I think that's really only Apple Podcasts you can rate or leave a review. But anyways, you can feel free to subscribe to us on any of the podcast platforms.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's it. See you Thursday.
Bye.
Merry Homus, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.